Hey there, hi there. I'm Jack Marconey with WZBS. Okay, great moments in history. Today, all right, let's take a look and go back in history to cut. Now, let us take time to have an introspective look at this epic review and try to draw some conclusion to this ridiculous attempt at telling the truth. The moral of this story was lost on location, and the actors are still in a quandary. If you have the answer or conclusion to this film, send it to me, Jack Marconey, box office, blah, 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 blah. Still rolling, Dan? Should we just take it and cut it, take it?
I say, Jere, that was rather crappy.
Thank you, Dan. Keeping in the true tradition of giving you nothing but back-to-back crap.
Back to back.
Back to back. Sure now that the Indians are in this room. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity to express my complete dissatisfaction with this fraudulent attempt to document the Old West. As we know, the Indian nation was basically peaceful and nonviolent, but yet these buffoons continue to portray these Indians as savages. I protest, and I protest very, 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 very difficultly. Because if you had an arrow through your head, believe me, it'd be tough to talk. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to express my deep, whatever, cut it. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to express my complete dissatisfaction with the portrayal of the Indian nation in this movie. It's plain to see the Indians were a peace-loving, frolicking people, basically nonviolent, and would be shocked and appalled to be portrayed as mean savages. Steph, cut it there, Dan. WZBS, great moments in history. I'm Jack Marconey. Good afternoon. Today, let us go back in history to examine the brave and noble souls who set forth in the days of the rampaging savages. Okay, the westward movement of the Americans at this time of building and prosperity proved beyond the shadow of your smile that the American dream was fulfilled. These hardy souls weathered the most demoralizing of circumstances. Okay, here in Hollywood, all right. Negotiations with the Indian nations had broken down, and President Grunt was having trouble with his movements. Grunt, in a panic, sends a special dispatch to his most trusted aide, James East, calling him West. When West goes east, or when East meets West, I had a compass around here someplace if I could get a line on it, he finds a corrupted Army general, General Quinton C. Thunderbuns, violating the sacred rights of the innocent and mistrusting Indians. Okay, as our story picks up, this factual and actual reaccount of great moments in history is not intended to be a representation of attitude, but rather a documentation of the lackluster profile of these diverted, perverted, and corrupted 9th Cavalrymen. As our story opens, the morale of the troops is at an all-time low. The general needs an Indian princess. The once peaceful Indian nation is reported celebrating the arrival of their new leader, which can only mean one thing.
But rather, a documentation of the lackluster profile of these perverted, demented, and sometimes wacko 9th Cavalrymen. As our story opens, morale of the troops is at an all-time low. And the general needs an Indian girl. The once peaceful Indian nation is on the verge of awaiting their new princess, Princess Leaky Box. This can only mean one thing.
I don't think Dan heard that one.
Oh, hi there. I didn't see you come in. let's continue our story plot. And if you're as confused as I am as to what's happening, when in doubt, let's go to the map. We're at the map. Now it's plain to see, as if you're a human being, that west or north was in the south. The Indians were coming upwise, crossing across the Great Plains, trimming down in this direction here. They were determined to get the general. But no matter what, I want you to know that there are definitely no Indians in this room. There is no, I have a feeling they're here, but I'm not sure. Let's take time for an introspective look at this epic review and try to draw some logical conclusions from completely illogical and redundant material. The moral of this story was lost on location, and the actors are still in a quandary. If you have the conclusion to this epic film, please send it to me, Jack Marconey, Post Office Box 1000, Bismarck, North Dakota. Until we meet again for another great moment, I'm Jack Marconey. Good night, everybody.